All right, let's keep running. Let's keep rolling with this interview. So let's look at some more examples. I love examples. Let's look at some more examples of some legitimate, effective Facebook ads, Nicholas, that you're actually using for lead generation, that you're actually using in your business. Whatever you're willing to share, we absolutely love it. Let's look at some of those examples.
What I want to do is show you a couple of ad examples here that are actually following the same formula that we have discussed here with the builder and some of the other things that we had talked about. So if you see one of the samples here, this is one of our newer ads, and I've actually added some different elements to it, but you can see that it all starts the same. So in this case, it's the download your story code blueprint ad, and you'll see that it always starts with a question, of course. Do you want to discover how to take your life story and turn it into a fulfilling and thriving business? The answer should be a guessed yes. And then what I like to add here, what I've been testing out more recently, is longer form ad copy. So in this case, I've actually put in some kind of like rapport statements and something that can push on some emotional triggers. So in this kind of ad, you'll see, I have found that your life story is actually the message that you were meant to bring to the world. And that message can turn into a fulfilling and thriving business that helps those people around you. For many years, I was trying to run away from my story until I realized that my story is what would launch my brand and change the lives of many across the world. So you'll see from this particular example, I added in a mini paragraph there that had some emotional connections, some emotional ties, and to build some rapport. And then I go into the typical formula that I've showed you in the past. So again, today I want to give you an urgency statement followed by the name of the magnet. Today I want to give you the story code blueprint. I give you a benefit statement, and I say click here to register to download today, and I give you the hyperlink there. So again, it's following the exact same formula. The headline is the same, download the blueprint, a little bit of a benefit statement there, a call to action with a download button. And you'll notice in this particular case, we're testing a bunch of images. You want to note that the image is probably the most influential part of your ad, especially in the newsfeed. So you do want to be split testing various images here, but in this case, again, it's called your story code blueprint. So I have a picture of what looks like a story coming to life. We add a little text in there that says the story of your life to really kind of resonate with the particular audience who might be seeing that. So that's a great example of a new ad that's working exceptionally well. The only difference between that and some of the templates I've showed you in the past is adding that little rapport building emotional kind of paragraph in between some of the key other elements. Another ad example here that I'm going to show you is a split test variation that we used for the tribal retention system. So in this case, the ad copy is all the same, but what I want to highlight here is the image. So in this case, you see an image of an attractive female in a gym outfit pushing kind of a tire. And we wanted to test a little something different here in that we wanted to play around with the image. So in this case, we had a high appealing image. We kind of blackened it out a little bit, and we put a picture of the magnet in front, followed by an actual download now button. Because remember, the point of the ad is to get the click. And so in this case, we wanted to split test to see, well, how well would an image do if we actually showed the magnet itself and we put a little download now button. And to be honest with you, this performed just as well as the other example we gave you. So in this case, again, we're following the same blueprint, the same kind of outline. In this case, we're just showing a different image and we're testing a different type of image. This third example I want to show you here for an ad is exactly the same model, but I just want to show it to you from a different angle here. So again, starts with the question. Are you a holistic healthcare practitioner looking to grow your practice and stand out in your marketplace? Again, we put an urgency clause, we name the magnet, we give a benefit, a call to action with a hyperlink, and in this case, again, we're testing an image of the actual author mixed with an image of the lead magnet of itself and a little download now button, because again, people like to download now. Everything else follows the exact same sequence as you can see, and these tend to perform very, very well. Next, I want to show you an example of a modified version of a landing page. So in this case, it's that sell your story landing page, the story code blueprint. Here we're implementing a lot of the similar strategies, but it also has some of the elements that I talked about before. So again, the brand in the top left to kind of create that brand awareness. In the orange there, you'll see a little, the story code blueprint reveals an image of the actual magnet, following the same sort of thing, about a download now button. Now these guys didn't listen to me and they used the red button. I've got them to change that to an orange button. But again, following the same sort of outlines. And then again, on this example, you'll see what we did in the footer section. Now I've blocked some of that out for privacy's sake. That's not just typos or weird formatting. But what you'll see is a copyright there. You'll see the address of the business, the phone number of the business, the contact email of the business, links to privacy, legal policies, and earnings, which are all important now, earnings disclaimer. And then at the bottom, you'll notice on that particular example, the clause that we put in there that says this site is not part of Facebook, the Facebook website or Facebook Inc. Additionally, this site is not endorsed by Facebook in any way, shape, or form, and Facebook is a trademark of Facebook Inc. Again, Facebook tends to like that because they want to know that you're not manipulating their user base in any way, shape, or form. Lastly, we have one other landing example here, and this is the lander for the ad that I previously showed you here for the Create Your Signature Program Blueprint. Again, nothing fancy to note here except for it follows the formula that we're showing you here. So on the left side, you'll see an image of the actual magnet, free blueprint download. We have some of the text of the name of the magnet, a benefit clause, a yellow/orange button with the call to action download now, and a hyperlink below that says download my blueprint now. So hopefully from all these examples, from both the ads as well as the landers, you can see how easy it really is. I mean, again, this will not be your only type of ad that you'll ever use or your only lander that you'll ever use. But if you're struggling to figure out how can I get a lead magnet out there and what is the best kind of ad template and lander template that I can implement right away, I would highly suggest using these because they've proven to work for us, they've proven to work for all of our clients and everyone we've ever taught this to as being a resource to start generating leads. So in summary, I mean, you could be here feeling a little bit overwhelmed, learning about all the different things that you can do here. The key takeaway points I would say is this. Number one, generate leads using Facebook. If you're going to sell high-ticket items, and I would suggest that everyone on here, once you've kind of mastered how to get Facebook likes, once you've kind of mastered how to sell T-shirts, once you've kind of mastered how to do affiliate products and various other low-ticket items, your next big step to getting into big revenue would be, well, what can I offer to the marketplace that would be high-ticket items? And if you've mastered the low-ticket stuff, if you implement the same strategies and principles for higher-ticket stuff, you're going to step into another echelon of revenue generation using Facebook ads. So think about what can I offer to the marketplace that would be higher ticket, maybe a coaching program, a higher level course or something like that. And then when you do, think in terms of, rather than sale, think in terms of using Facebook to generate leads, put those leads into a nurture sequence, or in other words, a sales funnel, warm them up, prove your authority and credibility, and then make an offer. And you can do that via webinars like we showed you here. You can do that via live cast if you're up for it like we showed you here. But you always want to start off with creating a lead magnet, naming that lead magnet, putting an ad following the template that we showed you here, dropping them to a lander with the template that we showed you here, generate the leads, provide outstanding value, take care of that lead, and then make an offer. And you'll see that this really isn't all that hard. All you got to do is get busy, roll up your sleeves, test on low budgets, experiment, run with the winners, drop the losers, and really you're going to be off to the races to be able to sell high-ticket items on Facebook, which is my favorite thing to use Facebook for, and particularly, and then me and Chris were talking about this earlier, because the margins are so high, it allows you to make a few mistakes. It allows you to spend a little more on lead generation. It allows you to be able to tweak your process and not have everything perfectly dialed in and perfect for you. Because the margins are so high, it gives you that flexibility to be able to still generate really high incomes without being totally kind of worried about how well that ad is going or managing and when to pause it and day parting and all these little intricacies which are important to know. But again, when you're doing some high ticket stuff, it's a little bit less important because you have that flexibility to go with it. So the takeaway is just start doing it, just start generating leads, start thinking about moving into higher ticket stuff if you've mastered the lower ticket stuff, and you'll see that Facebook can be a real cash cow for you and really allow you to explode your business and generate higher levels of business in everything that you're doing.